Hello everyone, it is princess_mini4 and welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas day 7 and today I'm going to be filming a paint and talk with me. If you guys are new here, please make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a post. Alright you guys, so this is going to be the angle of this video, so you're just going to hear my voice. I'm a little irritated, but I'll get onto that why in a second. So we have this star. I don't know what I'm going to actually film because right now I have like 20 minutes to film this video and it's just kind of getting on my nerves. But anyway, we have this star right here. This is like an ornament. We have a snowman and then we have this little truck. So the original plan was to do maybe 2 on camera and just 2 off camera. Then this morning I was like, oh, I can just do all 4 on camera. But then I was at the doctor's for 2 hours, so I don't have time to do anything anymore because then I have to film another video. Y'all, I love filming for Vlogmas, but it's just sometimes it is a little stressful because I just don't have time. And so I'm getting irritated and I'm crying because I cry when I'm irritated. So yeah, I literally spent 2 hours at the doctor's just for the doctor to come in and tell me, oh, everything looks good. And then he proceeds to ask me, is everything good with my cholesterol? I'm like, you never put in a script for me to get blood work, so how would I know how my cholesterol is doing? Then he asked me, oh, did you get your cholesterol done by your primary doctor? I'm like, no, they were waiting for you. So okay. Then he tells me he'll see me in 6 months and then he'll get blood work then. So I sat there for 2 hours for him to come in and say that. Okay, cool. So we are going to, I don't know which ones I'm going to paint yet, but I got this paint here from Walmart, I believe. So it's acrylic paints, Vivid Variety. I may have to get another thing of paint because when you look at this, there is no like Christmas colors, but you know, I just don't have time because dinner's going to be ready and I'm not hungry because I'm irritated. So we'll figure everything out. I do have my other paint. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree actually, so I may have to use those because they have like red and green. Like this one doesn't have red or green at all really. Like it just has like, that's not really like Christmas colors, but we'll have to see. Then these are my paint brushes. Y'all seen me use them before. So yeah. Okay, you guys, so since this is a paint and talk with me, so I'm going to be talking about a few things. So I get all of these from Dollar Tree. And for this one, I just want to paint it red for some reason. So that is where we are going to go. I had this acrylic color, bright red. So this was from Dollar Tree, but now you know how Dollar Tree and Family Dollar kind of merge. They have like a section or 2 in the Dollar Tree that is more than $1.25, so that's why this was $3. Then I have my little cup right here of my water, and let's get this started. So yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is just like how I want to lose some weight and my weight and everything like that. So yeah, last January I was, I think, 136 pounds when I went to my bariatric people, which my upcoming appointment is January 9th. So, yes, I am 150, I believe. Today, actually, I may be less than that, but it never lasts. But today, so here's how this is looking so far. Well, y'all can see it. I was actually weighed at my cardiologist. That's the only good thing that happened today at my cardiologist appointment, because the day was good until I had to go to my appointment, which I already hate going there. Me and my grandmother both hate going there. I gotta, oh Lord, I done got paint on the floor. See, today is just not a good day, y'all. And it was a good day at first, but because usually I would have something here, but I don't care if it gets on my clothes. But we done took all the cardboard out anyway. So I was weighed after having 2 meals. So I got up this morning, I had me a little cup of coffee, you know, my 3 creams, 2 sugars, and that was it. And then I had my rice cakes with my cinnamon toast crunch spread. And then at lunchtime I had the little Uncrustable, which is the peanut butter and jelly And then I went, oh, and I had the kettle corn chips I got from the Dollar Tree in that one video. So I had a few of those. So that was my lunch. And then I went there and I got weighed, and I was wearing sweatpants, a shirt, an undershirt, a bra, you know, underwear, socks, whatever. And I had on my Crocs too, and I was weighing 150. So I think I'm a little bit less than it. So that pretty much just leaves me at like 15 pounds over, you know, where I was last year. And even, well, I say last year, it's literally January of this year. So like 11 months ago. And even then, I don't know if y'all, like, whoever been watching me for that long, I think what started, like what kick-started my weight gain was that Zoloft they prescribed me with because of my anxiety. Which I definitely asked for medication, because I've been asking for medication for my anxiety all my life, because my anxiety is really bad, you know. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to a therapist, and I was like, do you think I would benefit from anxiety medication? She was like, oh, totally, you know. So, but that's the thing about any medication that is for, like, you know, mental health, it's always like weight gain. So, because even at that point when I was going there and I was weighing 136, if y'all remember, I was saying I'm gaining weight. And now look, now I done gained 15 pounds more than that. So I'm really gaining weight now. I gotta save some of this red for this truck. So the truck may get painted off camera. Yeah, because it's a little too intricate for my mood right now. But yeah, y'all, so I want to lose, I don't know, my goal is to lose 10 pounds, but at this point, my appointment is, like I said, January 9th, and today is the 6th, and this video is coming out on the 7th. That is giving me a little bit over a month to lose 10 pounds. And is it possible? Of course it is. How I'm going to achieve that, I really don't know. I'm just getting paint all over the floor. Okay, you guys. One thing I always do when I feel like, because that's a bad thing, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, I was like, it is so hard to lose weight at this time of year, like because it's Christmas time, and not even just Christmas time, it's holiday time, you know, all the sweet treats and stuff. And it's like, when I want to lose weight, not even that I want to lose weight, but it's like, I don't ever try to like deprive myself of sweets. You know, like we just went shopping today and I bought some of those sugar cookies, and it's like, I'm not gonna, you know, for the most part, I have a pretty strong willpower. So it's like, you know, if I have like one of those, and the funny thing is, most of the time when I buy any kind of sugar cookies, I give the majority or at least half to my uncle, because we both like sugar cookies. So it's like, I don't just buy them just for me. And we have y'all can't see the bag, but there's a whole bag over there that's literally just full of like Christmas sweets. And we have so many sweets in this house, which half of them I don't even eat. Like every year on Christmas, I think it's just like a habit now. Every year on Christmas, we buy all these Hershey Kisses and stuff. And the funny thing is our Christmases get smaller and smaller every year. You know, sometimes it's me, my grandma, my uncle. Sometimes it's just me and my grandmother, you know, because the thing is, your family gets smaller. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to figure out. What I used to do is I used to do like the little, what is that called? Like the 2-week liquid diet, but I would do it like my way. So I would have like a coffee for lunch, for breakfast, and then have like a tea for lunch, or like a Slim Fast or a protein shake, you know, whatever. I would have a liquid for breakfast and lunch, and then have a light dinner and like a light snack. So I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and do that, or what I also do sometimes, where I feel like I'm doing too much and overeating, and I notice my weight is going up, because your weight fluctuates. Like, people think when you get weight loss surgery, it's a miracle drug. Obviously, I'm living testimony that it is not. Because, you know, if you can't, you know, you can get away the first year and maybe even the second year by eating the same way you used to. But now that I'm at year 4, literally in a few days, December 15th of this year will be year 4. It's going to catch up to you, you know. And I definitely feel like I have some sort of food addiction. I just feel like I just need to have certain foods all the time. And that's where it's like, okay. So I feel like I always, like I said, I can rarely go shopping somewhere without getting sweets. And it's like, you know, and then people say, well, just don't go shopping. It's like, you can't, that's not a way for you to get rid of your addiction, you know. I just gotta figure something out. But sometimes what I would do is just like skip a meal for breakfast and then have like a lunch and a dinner. And I still been trying to stick with like my Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for my sweets. And this Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays is like my popcorners, my pop chips, you know, stuff like that. I think this is pretty good, y'all. I don't really have time to be doing second and third coats today. So I think this looks good. But that is what I want to do. I think, like I said, my goal is to lose 10 pounds by my bariatric appointment in January. If you have any advice on that, look at this. Please let me know in the comment sections down below. Yes, that is my first thing that I want to talk about. Okay, you guys, so we have the star next. So the next thing I want to talk about is how I've been feeling since the breakup. And I know it's like I said, I didn't really want to talk about that anymore, but you know, I'm not talking about the person per se. But honestly, I feel really good. Like, I don't have any regret. I don't have any, like, you know, hard feelings. Like, I'm not mad at him. Like, you know, I forgive him. I just feel like everyone has their own thing that they going through and that they dealing with. And you know, and I know there was a lot of people over the election that were like not talking to their family members and stuff. And, you know, then there's the people who are like, you shouldn't do that. That's not fair. That's not right. But it's just, you know, it's just one of them things. First off, it's your life. And if you don't want to talk to somebody because of this, that, or whatever, you can do so, you know. And I've learned that for a long time. Like, there's a lot of family members that I just take a step back from, you know, and it doesn't even have to do with politics. It could be any little thing. You're allowed to stop talking to people because of anything, you know. Like, there's, you know, I mean, I wasn't the nicest, you know, at that point, but I also feel like, you know, you shouldn't be rude or nothing, but I feel like it's important as a human to have a boundary. And we all have boundaries, and, you know, so I just feel like, I think this is gold. I just feel like that's what, that you should do. So honestly, like, the first time we broke up, because I dated the same person twice, if you're new, I was really sad. Like, I couldn't get like through a day without crying about it and just like regretting it. But this time around, it was just like a sense of peace. So I thought this was gonna be more gold-like, but I committed. We're just gonna follow through with it. But I don't know if I showed y'all. This is what it's looking like. And I'm sorry that the lighting is bad. I wanted this video to be filmed while there was still a little bit of sun out, but you know, I was at the doctor's. But this time around, it's just been like a sense of peace. Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm not even gonna stop it. It was just a sense of peace. And I feel like, you know, the whole time I was in the relationship, I just kept praying to God, you know, just like checking in with him. Like, is this the one you want me to be with? You know what I'm saying? If not, please remove him from my life. I think I mentioned that in that video. And it's just like, you know, since he's been gone, it's just been like a sense of peace. And the funny thing is, I didn't even tell y'all, he has FaceTimed me 3 times since we broke up. And the first time I didn't say nothing. It was like 7 o'clock on like a Tuesday. And my phone's on Do Not Disturb whenever I work out. So then the second day was like Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Same thing. My phone was on Do Not Disturb, so I didn't get it. But it says that blank blank called you. Like, FaceTimed you. So I'm like, huh? So then, you know, I said, okay, the next time he does it, which will be 3 times, I'm just gonna send him a text and say, yeah, like what? Like, you know, like, why are you FaceTiming me? We didn't FaceTime like that when we was together. I would always tell him to text me before you FaceTime me. That's for everybody. So then on Thanksgiving, he FaceTimed me again. So this time I said yes with a question mark, and his answer was, oh, I accidentally dialed your number. And I'm just like, 3 times in a row, but you know, it's okay. But no, I have no hard feelings with him. And honestly, it was just probably the most peaceful breakup, I'm sure. I don't know how many other people have gone through breakups. This will be my first, well, I guess my second one with the same person. This was just so much peace. Like, I just felt so free. And that's how I feel now, honestly. Like, I'm not mad at him. I forgive him. And I'm just moving on with my life, y'all. Really, really moving on. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my relationship with God and how I just want to further it, like, as much as I can. Like, that is really my journey right now in life. You know, people graduate college and they want to get a job and they want to do this, that, blah, blah, blah. I just want to just be a disciple of Christ. You know, I just want to give my entire life to the Lord. I'm not saying I don't want to get a job and stuff. Don't be, you know, taking it that way. I'm just not doing anything until God tells me to, you know, like, literally, like, even when it comes to just job searching, you know, like, I hadn't looked at any jobs in months because I just had like, God was just like, take a break, you know, like, I be stressing over it. So I took a long break. I would say at least like a month and a half. I didn't look for no jobs. Then yesterday I was just sitting there. And it's just like, I just had a feeling. It was like, go on this website and look for these jobs. And I did. And I applied to 2 more jobs. And then it's like, that was it. You know, after I did it, I was satisfied. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so that was that. See, that, like, I've literally just been letting God lead the way. And it's just like, I just want to be a disciple of Christ. I just want to do right by God. I just want to live a godly life. You know, Jesus walked with sinners. So ain't nobody better than me. I mean, nobody better than me. I'm not better than nobody, you know, and I am in no right place to judge nobody. I know there's like a Bible verse that says you're supposed to judge your fellow Christians. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I want to just be so humble. I just want to be a disciple of Christ. You know, that's all I pretty much want to say. So that is really, like, there is nothing that I'm really working on other than that, you know. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of content creation, but like, my utmost priority right now is God. So that is what I want to talk about. And I do have a question for any of them seasoned saints out there. If y'all come across this video and make it to this part, when you are a Christian, what do y'all feel about people that make like 5-year plans, or even just like your New Year's resolution? Like, what do y'all think about that? Because I know it's like you're supposed to give your life to God and, you know, let him lead the way, and he has all these plans for your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do y'all feel about people that make 5-year plans? Because it is coming up on the year of 2025, and I want to make a 5-year plan because I'm like, 2025, 5 years is 2030. I just feel like it just, you know, it's really good. And then I'll be turning 24 next year, which means I'll be 29 after 5 years, which be almost 30. But yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about that. And that's pretty much what I have to say about that, y'all. Let's get on to the next subject. All right, you guys. So this one I gotta be real particular about because this person watches my channel now. But I was at church a few weeks back, and this new guy came to my church. And my church is kind of like a close-knit family, so you can always tell when somebody's new. Like, that's how close we are. Like, so this guy was there, you know, and then every day after the beginning of service, our pastor always says fellowship time. So he pretty much just says, you know, meet people, find out their name, see how they doing, check on them, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, we're a close-knit family. So there's always fellowship time. So everybody just gets up and walks around, shakes hands, you know, hugs them. How are you doing? How's your day? Blah, 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 you know. So I was just so happened to be sitting in front of this guy. So here's how this is looking. Oh, God. Oh, my God. So this is how this is looking. It doesn't look too bad. It's like glittery. So I feel like once it dries, you will actually be able to see the glitter. But yeah, so I shook his hand, I met him, he found out my name, I found out his name, which y'all know me by Princess, but that is not my real name. So every time somebody finds out about my real name, they always have to ask me twice. And it's so funny, like when I was at the doctor's today, she was like, did I pronounce your name right? I said no, but it's fine. Like, I'm used to it, you know. What parents don't realize, when you give your kids a name like that, they have to sit there their whole entire life telling people their name, how to pronounce their name. I'm tired of it, man. It's 23 years, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Like, that's my name. I just won't make that same mistake with my children. They're gonna have a name that's a normal name that everybody can pronounce, because it's annoying. It gets annoying, especially after 23 years. So this is how this is looking. Looks good. Let me see. So here is the snowman. But yeah, so the guy, whatever, church was going on, and at the end of the church service, pretty much, he gave me his phone number, which I was giddy. Like, and I'm giddy because one thing I had said to myself, and I even had told my grandmother, I was like, one thing I realized is, well, at least what I think is that women are always talking about how much they hate when men come up and give them their phone numbers. But I always kind of wanted it to happen to me, because it never happened, y'all. Like, all my life, and I'm telling you, even up until this year, no man has ever come up to me and gave me his phone number. So, I was like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, you know why? Because 9 times out of 10, I am with my grandmother. And bad enough, yo, which I'm not complaining. People be like, oh my God, you no, I love being with my grandmother. I love living with her, and I love going places. I love being passenger princess, which means I don't have to drive. I love all of that. Like, I'm not complaining whatsoever. That's not happening. I'm just expressing the facts. And 9 times out of 10, people look at me and they don't think that I'm my age. Like, a lot of people do not think that I'm 23. And like, I think I look like I'm 23. So does my grandmother. But like I told you that one time, I was at Costco and she thought that I was under 16. She's like, you can't be here without a parent present unless you're 16. So to some people, I do look young. And I'm sure to a lot of men, I'm sure I do look young. And then of course, I feel like a man is not going to approach a woman when she's with her grandmother, or they probably think that she's my mom, you know? So I had told my grandma that. I was like, I think that's why men don't approach me, because I'm 9 times out of 10 with you, you know? Which, again, disclaimer, I'm not looking for no relationship. Like I said, I'm not looking. I'm also not looking. Like, if it comes my way, it comes my way. You know, ain't nothing wrong with dating. You know, I feel like dating is how you meet people. And sometimes you date people and then they become your best friends. So here is this color I'm going to use for the snowman's body. So down here and up here. Then his hat, I'll probably do this part of his hat and like this part. And then just do this part a different color. I don't know why I had the urge to smell that. See, there's something wrong with me. There's actually something wrong with me. So yeah, he gave me his phone number. And it's so funny if he's watching this video. I honestly was like, I told you I was giddy. I was like, oh my God, first time in my life a man gave me his phone number. like I feel like a regular female is like, I get those all the time. But no, that never got that. It was the first time in my life. So, yeah, and then this guy at the church was like, oh, he gave you his phone number? And he was like, do you know him? I said, no, I just met him today. And he was like, oh, well, I don't trust him, you know? And then I was just like, oh, okay. And then I just went about my day, you know? And then I come home and I tell my grandma, and I tell her that because she knows a lot of people who go to the church or who work in the church or whatever. And she was like, well, you should believe what he says. If you don't trust him, then you should believe that. And I'm like, you know, I just kind of just, you know, did my thing. You know, I prayed to God about it because I'm like, you know, one thing about me that I always say is I am a very nice person. You know, I may sometimes come on here and rant. And even when I did that breakup video, you know, I wasn't really nice. This ain't really showing up too much. So I wonder if I should have used this one. But you know what? I'm gonna go through with it. But I guess for me, when it comes to people, I am really nice, and I like to give people chances because that's just who I am. I can't even say because, like, that's just who God made me to be. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, trust me, I've been used all my life. Like, and I know it's like, you're only 23. No, but back in high school, my friends would call me at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Hey, do you got the homework? Can you send it to me? I was just always nice. And I'm always nice. And I always give people second chances. And I'm just nice. I always, you know, I ain't gonna sit there and say I don't trust somebody that I just met. Like, I don't even know him, you know, to sit there. Like, you can't. I just feel like you can't not trust somebody that you don't know. Like, granted, yeah, I know some people be like, oh, I don't trust this president, I don't trust that president, but you know them. You know them more than just walking up and just meeting them for the first time. You know what I'm saying? You've heard things about them in the media, and that's why you don't trust them. But for me, it's like, dude just walked up, shook my hand because it was fellowship time. He said my glasses were pretty, and I was like, oh, thank you, you know, and then he handed me his number. Like, what is there not to trust about him? So that's just how I look at it. You know, I have no reason to not trust him. So I sat there and I waited a few days. Like, I think it happened on Sunday. I think by Wednesday I had put his number in my phone, but I think I didn't text him until Thursday, because that's what I do. I like to do stuff slow because I'm like, you know, I'm waiting on God. Is God going to tell me not to do it? You know, I'm waiting on God, you know. So, and I think Thursday was the day I texted him, and it's just like, you know, he's a very nice guy. He's very into the Bible, you know. I know it's like, oh, you thought that same thing about your ex. I sure did. But it's different. Like, he wants to meet up and do Bible study, y'all. I had to force my ex to do Bible study. And then he gonna tell me after we were doing Bible study, he was like, oh, I was only doing Bible study because I just wanted to be on FaceTime with you. He's like, I really don't like studying the Bible. I'm like, what? But you're a Christian. Like, what? Okay. But this guy, he just seems to be so, I don't even want to say seems to be, but, you know, and I hate when people like say stuff like, oh, I don't trust them. Then it makes you not trust them. But from what I'm seeing, he just seems to be a very nice guy. And like I said, he wants to meet up and like go get bubble tea and coffee and stuff. And not even like, so I don't even think of it as a date. And it's just like, we don't have to date. We could just be friends and we could study the Bible together. He wants to do Bible study. And that's what I've been wanting, y'all. Like, I remember one time I mentioned on one of my videos that I'm saying that I want to have Christian friends. And my grandma was like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with having friends that aren't Christian. And I'm like, all of my friends are not Christian. And let's be for real, 9 out of 10 of them are atheists. They're against God, you know. And I know people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't be friends with them, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, Jesus walked with sinners. So, but no, I don't have any Christian friends. Like, I'm making friends at my church. And that's why I'm so happy that God sent me to my church. I'm making friends there, you know, and that's that, you know. But I just feel like I'm not like I said, I'm not looking at dating him, you know, and there is a bit of an age gap. I think it's what, maybe 10 years. So I know that's going to be another issue with my grandmother, which is so funny because when you get a job, I be seeing people that talk about, she's like, I'm 21 and my best friend is 69, because when you work at a job, you work with people that come in all ages, you know. Even when you go to college, like I was getting kind of friendly with this girl when I was at university, and she was like 40 something and had 6 kids and worked 3 jobs, but we was getting friendly. Like I said, I feel like there's not an age limit on that, but she was also a female and he's a male, and you know how it is with your family, especially me being the last grandchild. I get all of it. I'm the baby, so everything has to be like real strict and everything. And I'm like, well, I can't, like I said, if God put this person in my life, he put this person in my life for a reason. I'm telling y'all, everything happens for a reason, you know. And I don't see no issue meeting up with him and studying the Bible. Like, I could see if we was meeting up to do drugs or something. No, we meeting up to study the Bible. I don't do stuff like that. But yeah, that's just what I want to say. He's just someone who's in my life, and I'm actually, like I said, I'm really happy about it. First off, it's somebody to talk to, because all of my friends, I have one friend from high school, and she don't really reach out to me much. And I feel like whenever we do, it's like pulling teeth. I'm like, hey girl, how's school going? It's fine. You know, it's like, why do I have to tell you to elaborate? Like, whenever someone says, how's school going, I will let you know. I'm like, it's not going bad, you know, finals or this, blah, blah. But it's like, sometimes I just feel like pulling teeth, and it's like, I don't want to sit there and have to force somebody to talk to me. You know, it's just, that's not how relationships should be. You know, but some friendships are like that. Some of them, y'all just talk once a month, once a year, and that's your friendship. But this is like a, you know, a person that wants to hang out and study the Bible. Like, I'm just really hype about that. But that is just what I want to say, because I haven't told my grandmother that I started talking to him. But honestly, you know, he just seems like a nice dude. And someone who loves God, shoot, probably more than I do, you know. And I want to get like that. And he's already been teaching me stuff that I ain't even know about in the Bible. And I like that, you know, because that's what I want. And the funny thing is the people I'm making friends with at church, and some, not really guys, because we have like a women's Bible study, they're in their 40s and their 50s. So I feel like age limit is just whatever. But yeah, I think I have to, the pizza is done. I don't know if y'all heard the timer out there. So I think I should go and do that. And then, because this has to dry anyway. So I think I want to do the scarf, one of these colors, because they're cute. And then his nose obviously orange, so I'll do this bright orange. And the hat, I want the hat to be the same color as the scarf. So the white part kind of has to dry. I know y'all can't even really see it, but yeah. But yeah, before I go get my pizza, y'all can let me know in the comment section down below, what would you do if your daughter was 23 years old, an adult, you know, that has met a person at church and wants to just have a friendship with them, you know, like, and they want to meet up and get some coffee, boba tea, and, you know, not at the same time, but you know what I'm saying, but they want to do Bible study together, or even just hang out. Like, what do you, like, if you were a mother, what do you think about that? I know a lot of people are going to be against it, but I just feel like one thing I don't like about certain family is like they never want their child to grow up. Like, they don't say that, but it's very evident, you know. And I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but it's like, you know, I'm 23. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then, like I said, I'm going to do this quickly because I have to work out and stuff. So busy. But let me pick out the color ahead of time. I kind of want to do blue because it's just giving winter, but this purple is pretty. So I think I'm gonna do that. But I will be back. But yeah, if you're watching this, let me know in the comment section down below. Me personally, granted, I don't have any kids. I just feel like, you know, you just need to tell them the importance of, okay, y'all meet there. You know, y'all go to a well-populated place. You know, you don't go over to their house. You know, those kind of things. Which, first of all, I already know about that because I'm on TikTok too much. But I feel like those kind of things you do, you just try to ensure, you know, make sure everybody knows where you're going. Make sure you know what time, and let them know when you're leaving, what y'all are doing. And which is what I do all the time. When I do my solo trips, or when I was with my ex, or even my best friends, I'll say, okay, we're going here. Okay, we're going here, you know. And it's just kind of those things where it's like, let me move the camera up. You know how parents be like, oh, you know, what if they, you know, try to hurt you, try to kill you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there are people that have been married to their husband, to their wife for 50 something years, and they go around and they kill them. So like I said, you're going to spend your entire life being scared because you could be married to this person for years. Cause I don't even have to give y'all an example. Y'all can just Google that. There are people that have been married to their husband for years and he turned around and killed her. It happens, you know, it's life. And I'm at that point in my life where I was just like, it is what it is. You know, God has had my plan for my life. My dad always used to say to me, before you are born, God knows your death date before he knows your birthday or whatever. Like your life is planned out like this. Everything that happens in your life, God knew it was going to happen. So if that's my fate, that's my fate. You know, like when I get on the airplane, I'm like, you know, if this plane goes down, it was in God's plan. You know, it is what it is. But that's just what I have to say about that. Let me go get this pizza because I actually am hungry. And yeah. All right, you guys. So your girl done scarfed down that pizza. Like your girl was starving, okay? So now we are back here. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to just do a little video, just talking about my life a little bit. So I just kind of just want to, you know, recap everything. You know, I knew that was going to happen. I don't care. I want to lose some weight. So if you guys are watching at this point in the video, let me know some good things to do, and not no pills or nothing, no Ozempic, none of that, you know. Just obviously I already know, like, I had pizza today, but it's like I'm gonna cut back on my bread intake. I was having a lot of bread at one point, making my little can y'all see that? Yeah, making my little turkey bacon egg and cheese sandwich, but now I'll just probably have it without bread, which is like such a buzzkill. But yeah, that's what I'll do for that. So hopefully I can lose. I just want to lose 10 pounds by January 9th. How else I decide to do it, I'll figure it out, and I'll probably just let you guys know, because I'm really upfront about my life, like about everything, you know. It's so funny, I'm more open about my life here on YouTube than I am on like Instagram. I would never post on my Instagram about me gaining weight, because I think I told y'all it was my cousin and my brother. Actually, I never did tell y'all who, so y'all just finding out, who were like against me having the weight loss surgery. And my cousin's exact words were that I just need to walk. And that's how I should have lost weight. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, so that's why there's certain things I don't post on like Instagram, Facebook, whatever, but on here, because I know that they don't watch these. And yeah. So that's about that. And I'm steadily working on my relationship with God. Like I really felt like I felt his presence today when I was reading that Bible this morning. Oh, jeez. I felt like I felt his presence today, and that just made me just so happy. Like I just love the Lord, y'all. So it's just like I just want to get closer and closer and closer and closer. Like, you know, that's all I have to say. This may be too dark, but I don't know if y'all can see the sparklies. And then it's like, you know, the new person that I met. So I've been talking to him almost every day, and it's really nice, you know. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much just what's been going on in my life, you know. I just been, you know, honestly, it's just been one of those, I just been letting God just do what he do, y'all. I really have been. Like, I haven't really been, I feel like this is the first year, hands up to the Lord, that I have had no seasonal depression, y'all. Usually at this time of year, I am so down and depressed. I'm so like, you know, like just, I don't have no motivation to do anything. Like this is like the first year in like, oh my God, since like my freshman year of high school, y'all. And the only difference is I have been giving my all to God. Like I'm telling y'all, that has been the only difference. Because I would have, you know, I was never diagnosed with seasonal depression. I was diagnosed with depression. But I'm telling y'all, every year it was like right around my birthday, it was like a depression episode, and it would last from like my birthday through like March. And it's just like, oh, how would you know? I could just tell just by my mood. Like I would have no motivation to do anything, you know. I wouldn't even care about brushing my teeth. I would do it, of course, but now it's like I need to brush my teeth, you know. But I wouldn't care about washing my hair. Like, oh my God, it was just like almost like pulling teeth to do basic things like brushing your teeth. Like eating was a chore. Cleaning up my room was like the last thing I wanted to do. I was so like, everything would just make me cry, and I would just think about all the things, and you know, it would just be like really bad, you know, like thinking about how I don't have this family, and how, you know, it was just a lot, you know. Obviously, you know, losing loved ones, you think about them all the time, but it's like I can think about them happy. You know, like I'm happy I had that time with them. I'm happy, you know, I had that dad, you know, and then if I ever get another do-over, I would choose that dad again, you know. Like I can be happy about it now, but sometimes, man, but I'm telling you, everybody's saying that 2024 was a bad year, and I'm just like, 2024 was a good year for me, you know. Like I really just gave my all to the Lord, and it's just, I'm telling you, he has just been doing so many great things in my life. So I just, you know, especially like I said, that's one big thing right there. It's just like, I'm not depressed. I'm really just not depressed. Like I really just feel so good. I'm so happy about life. I'm so happy about living. No suicidal ideation, like none of that. Even when things go bad and, you know, arguments happen, you know, I don't let it kill my vibe. Like I really just been so good, y'all. Like I think somebody asked me, when's the last time you've been depressed? Like had like a depressive episode? I said I couldn't even tell them. I couldn't even give them a date because it's been that long. I don't even think it's been 2024, y'all. I really don't. So it's just, I just wanted to just do a little paint and talk with me, because I like painting these things. Like I said, I'll probably do this one off camera, but you know, this will be red. That's obviously going to be green as the tree. Then, you know, this will be black. you know, we'll figure all that out. But I do like to have my little days. I haven't really done my self-care days. Like, I just haven't really felt like doing it. So I'm just like, okay, you know, maybe God don't want me to do it. But I just like, it was just always getting in my way more than it was helping me. Like, trying to find time on a Sunday to do self-care, it was just getting in my way more than it was doing anything good. So now the time that I would be doing my self-care, I just use that time to do Bible study. So, and honestly, and that's been good too. But yeah, all the things that I asked, y'all can give me advice on. Oh God. But yeah, your girl is still single, and she's not, like I said, I ain't looking for no relationship. But like I said, if one comes my way, I'm not going to like not try, you know, like as long as we have the same. And apparently, you know, nowadays I got to ask, are you a Trump supporter or no? You know? But no, it's like, I feel like if our morals align, like say, you know, we have the same goals, you know, I want to get married one day, you know, I want to get closer with God. Okay, I really want to get rid of this part right here. That's a lot right there. You know, if I want to get closer with God, I want to be in the church, you know, if all that matches, I don't see why we can't try it. You know, obviously, you know, I don't want to have no sex till marriage. I want to, you know, I want to have children. You know, me and you have to have a job and work and, you know, want to better ourselves and want to have hobbies and just don't sit there and waste away. Like, I feel like if everything like that works out, you know, that's why I feel like there is really a big importance of the talking stage. You know, it should be talking, marriage, talking, dating, engagement, marriage, move in, have kids. You know, that's how I want it to go. I know everybody says, well, I don't want to get married, but you can't call yourself a child of God if you don't want to get married. Read that Bible, read it again, and then come back to me and tell me what you learned, okay? But I just feel like, you know, I'm not going to ever turn down nothing, you know, and I'm not picky. I don't have no type. I don't have no age limit. Well, I don't think I would ever date like a 70-year-old. I feel like my limit is like, what am I? I'm 23, maybe like 40 is my limit. So anybody under 40, I date. Because I'm too much, like, I feel like that would be weird for them to date me because I do act like a baby sometimes. So they'll be like really dating a little kid, which I'm not a little kid, but that's just me. Like, when I feel safe around you, y'all, I act like a baby. So if we together, I want that to get a little darker. If we're together and I start acting like a baby, just know that you won me, okay? Because now I feel safe and now I feel like I can be myself. But yeah, that's really how everything's been going on right now. It's just, you know, doing Vlogmas, you know, my live streaming, just trying to lose weight, trying to be a disciple of Christ. That's really how my life is, you know. Whenever I get the motivation or I feel like God is telling me to, I go and I look for jobs and I apply for ones I qualify for, you know, and whatever happens, you know. Like, sometimes, you know, my theme for 2025 is really gonna be, it is what it is. Because it is what it is, y'all. And I'm just starting to embrace that, you know, things that happen, you know, in the economy in America, there is nothing that I can do about it. Not little old me. Little old me can't do nothing. I don't have no, you know, power behind my name, you know, but the power I do have is Jesus Christ. So let me show y'all. I think, y'all couldn't even see it. I think this looks good. I was going to try to give him eyes, but then it's going to bother me when they're not even. So, you know what? He's a snowman with no eyes. There go the babies. I know y'all never see them. But, let me close this paint before I spill it. So this is going to be the end of the video. I feel like I talked about a good amount of stuff. I will just paint this another day, or maybe I'll do it right now. We'll see. But I feel like I don't want to talk for too much. I don't want the video to be too much longer. So here is this one. Ooh, it's dry. I always hang these up around the house. You know, I just really like romanticizing the seasons. Like, it's really good. And I feel like that's another thing that's really helping with my mental health. Like, usually I'm like, oh, there's nothing to do in winter. It's so cold, blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm single, I can't do much. But I'm going to try to go like ice skating. I want to do some seasonal things, but yeah, we'll figure it out. They have all these little Christmas light shows, but you know. This is the star. I don't want to get a paper cut. I don't know if y'all can see the sparkles. Yeah, that's dope. Your girl did it, y'all. These are $1.25. Take advantage of that. Like I say, you got kids and they get on your nerves. Let them paint, you know. Or you just want to have some self-care, just some time to just do some crafts. Painting is so therapeutic. I really love it. Painting, usually I would have my lo-fi music on, but I don't want to get copyrighted. So that is what I just been really just in my me era, like, well, my God and then me era, and obviously always family. But this is Frosty the Snowman. I'm just playing, but this is the snowman. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do this one off camera, but they will all be hung up around the house. And that is that, y'all. Just like, and anything, y'all, make sure y'all comment down below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell to know when I post, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 8. And make sure you watch all the videos in my Vlogmas 2024 playlist. And I love you guys.